Hey, welcome back. This video is all about keeping book and kind of just the basics and getting you started. We'll go over all the abbreviations, how to write them down, kind of what it looks like as you go through a game. And at the end, we'll go through an inning and kind of see what it actually looks like. So let's go. Okay, here's a look at the baseball diamond with the numbers and where they correspond to the position. So if you just see pitchers 1, catchers 2, first baseman is 3, and so on, all the way to 9. And so this is the numbers that we'll use to help keep book. It's kind of a shorthand or an abbreviation just to help you keep track of everything. And then moving on to the next chart, there's an abbreviation list of everything that we use throughout the keeping score, and we'll just use these abbreviations to help us keep track and have that shorthand so things don't get too cluttered too quickly, and help us keep more information in the same box. Okay, so here's what a normal baseball scorecard looks like, and it's zoomed out right now, but you can take in a look. On the left hand side we have the lineup, and I have the names already written in. And we have Johnson. He wears the jersey number 9, and his position is 7. So if you remember, 7 is the number for the left fielder. So we're just going to use their numbers as reference to where they're playing. So we're going to do that throughout the scorecard. So another example is Wilson. His position is 4. That would be second base, and so on. The designated hitter doesn't get a number because he doesn't play in the field, but he's hitting for the pitcher, which would be position number 1. So as we zoom in, we're going to say Johnson is up with his first at bat, and he sees a first pitch fastball for a strike. We're going to put it down here in the strike category. This is strikes, this is balls. And then he sees another fastball and swings at it, and he's going to get a single. So we're going to indicate that with a 1B and draw a line to first base to indicate where he is. Wilson will bat next. So Wilson's going to see a first pitch fastball for a ball, a second pitch curveball for a strike, a third pitch curveball for a strike, but he swings at it, and he's going to hit a double. So we're going to indicate that with 2B. We're going to draw 2 lines, and we go back up to Johnson up here, and we also have to advance him so we can keep track of where he's at on the base pass. So if you look out at the field in this scenario, you'll have a guy on second base and you'll have a guy on third base. Coming down to Anderson. Anderson's going to see a changeup first pitch, so we're going to indicate that with a 4, and that's going to be a strike, and he's going to swing at it. So we circle it, and he's going to hit a triple. So we indicate that by 3 lines. And we have to come back up to Wilson, and Wilson's going to score. So we have to fill it in. And Johnson is also going to score, so we fill it in. So the filled in boxes just keep track of how many runs that we have throughout the game. So when the game is over, or you're tallying up things at the end of the inning, however you want to do it, you can just easily go back and see how many filled in boxes. It's how many runs you've got. Our DH Garcia is going to be up next. He's going to see a first pitch fastball for a strike, a second pitch changeup and a third pitch fastball, and he's going to swing at that one. He's going to hit a home run. So we're going to fill in his box because he scores. We're going to come up to Anderson and fill in his box because he also scores. And that's it. So now we come down to Taylor. And Taylor's going to be walked. So we come up to the ball category, and his first pitch might be a curveball for a ball, and then a fastball for a ball, another fastball for a ball, and 4 pitches, another fastball for a ball. We put base on balls, which is the same thing as a walk, and we draw our line to first base. So Lopez is up now, and the pitcher balks. So he flinches, he comes set on the mound and flinches. The umpire calls a balk. So we're going to come up to Taylor, and we're going to advance Taylor to second base and label it BK for balk. Lopez gets thrown a fastball first pitch, and he swings at it, but he misses it. So we still put the swinging circle. And Taylor steals second base, or third base, sorry. So he advances to third base, and we indicate that by SB. Lopez is a really good hitter, let's say, and they're going to be like, no, it's going to be better for him to be on first base. So they're going to intentionally walk him. So they indicate to the umpire an intentional walk. So intentional based on balls, IBB. He gets to advance to first base. So we have a guy on third base and a guy on first base right now. Lopez then tries to steal second base, but he doesn't make it. He gets thrown out. He gets a caught stealing, CS. White is now up, and he sees 2 fastballs and swings at the last one. He hits a ground ball to second base, or to shortstop, sorry, and the shortstop makes an error, E6. So we come up to Taylor, and Taylor is going to score. And White is going to be on first base. So if we look back at our whole inning so far, we have scored 5 runs. There's 1 out in the inning and a guy on first base. Back into Davis. So Davis is really excited. He sees a first pitch fastball, and he's going to hit it to center field. The line shows where the ball flight goes. So center field is 8, and he flies out to 8. So the center fielder catches the ball and records the out. Then Mr. Hernandez is up. He doesn't see any pitches, and Mr. White just takes off. He takes off too early. The pitcher steps off, and he's out. How do we label that? With a caught stealing, CS. So this actually ends the inning. There's 3 outs, so we're going to put a hash right there, and Mr. Hernandez will begin his at-bat in the 2nd inning. So we'll go up to the 2nd inning column and come down, and that's where he'll start. So next time out, he's going to see a first pitch ball and a second pitch curveball, and he's going to get hit by it. Hit by pitch. So he's going to advance to first base. We're going to come up to Johnson. And Johnson is going to see a first pitch curveball, first pitch or second pitch changeup, third pitch fastball. So a swinging strikeout is indicated by a forwards K. We come over to Wilson is now up. And Wilson sees a first pitch ball, a second pitch strike, third pitch strike, fourth pitch strike, and the umpire rings him up, so it's a strikeout looking. That's indicated by a backwards K. So Anderson is now up. And there's a wild pitch, so the pitcher actually throws it to the backstop. So we got to come down to Hernandez and advance him through a wild pitch. So if we look at the second inning, we have one guy on second base with 2 outs. Anderson is up. And sees a first pitch fastball for a ball, but it is a pass ball, so the catcher actually misses it. So we have to advance Hernandez. And we have a pass ball. So the count is 1-0 on Anderson. There's a guy on third base with 2 outs. So Anderson gets a fastball, second pitch, hits it to the right fielder. And how do we record a fly out to the right fielder? F9. That ends the inning, so we put a hash. And Garcia will be up in the third inning. So the third inning rolls around, we're hitting again. He sees a first pitch fastball and hits a ball to the first baseman. The first baseman fields it and steps on first. He gets a 3U, 3 unassisted. Okay, so now that we've gone over most of what all the things and the abbreviations mean, we'll go through an inning and see what it actually might look like and how you can keep it. So we'll say Johnson is leading off. So he is going to see a first pitch fastball, a second pitch changeup, and he's going to swing at it. He's going to hit it to the shortstop. The shortstop's going to field it and throw it to the first baseman. So we're going to indicate that by 6-3. And in this bottom right corner here, we can draw our own little box. And we can keep a pitch count here to kind of help us keep track of how many pitches each pitcher has thrown, and just kind of keep an extra stat. So he's thrown 2 pitches so far in this game. Wilson is up and sees a first pitch fastball, swings at it and hits a double. So he's going to move to second base. Our pitch count goes to 3. Anderson is now up and sees a first pitch fastball for a ball, a second pitch curveball for a strike. He sees a fastball for a strike and swings at it. So how would we label that? A 1 with a circle. Then he sees another fastball for a strike and fouls it off. And then he sees a curveball and gets hit by it. So this is a base on balls. The 2 actually comes up here. Oops. The 2 actually comes up here in this, not here. And he gets to advance to first base. So now we have a guy on second base. We have a guy on first base, and we need to update our pitch count here in this corner. So we were at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total. Garcia gets up and sees 3 fastballs, doesn't swing at any of them, and strikes out. So this is indicated by a backwards K. And Taylor gets up and he sees a first pitch fastball. He sees and swings at it. He sees a second pitch fastball and swings at it. A third pitch curveball and swings at it. And a fourth pitch fastball, swings at it, and hits a fly out to the right fielder. How do we indicate that? F9. This ends the inning. So we put our hash, and we would then advance on to the second inning. And we forgot to update our pitch count. So 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13, 14, 15. And then you just continue on for as long as the game goes. Okay, so I hope all that information was helpful in getting you started. If you just go through and go review each part if you're kind of stuck, or you can go in the comments and ask me questions, or you can go on Instagram and send me a message at TrevorHolloway15 or at BetterEachPitch, and I'll try to answer those questions and we can have a conversation and get you going, so you can kind of do this on your own or work towards doing it as a scouting report or whatever. So this is actually a part 1, so go up and watch a part 2. It's a little bit more in depth, and hopefully it'll get you going with it. Hope to see you guys back soon. See ya.